So as the tributes now pour in for Senator Feinstein, there is a growing focus on the question of how to fill the seat of such a legendary figure in American politics. And the challenge of finding a caretaker for her Senate seat until the next election will not be an easy task.
Mary Beth McDade is here in studio with the pressure Governor Newsom is facing to quickly appoint a worthy successor. Mary Beth.
Hi there, yes, and whoever does fill that seat has some big shoes to fill indeed. Governor Newsom has promised that he will appoint a black woman to fill the seat, and we spoke to a political expert about who he thinks are some likely choices.
I ask that the Senate observe a moment of silence in honor of Senator Dianne Feinstein.
From moments of silence in the Senate to flags flown at half-staff at the U.S. Capitol, white roses placed on her desk, and touching tributes from colleagues, all in honor of the late Senator Dianne Feinstein.
It is with profound sadness that we bid farewell to my dear friend, colleague, an outright champion for the state of California.
The 90-year-old Democratic senator from California died overnight at her Washington, D.C. home. Just yesterday, she cast what would become her final vote on the Senate floor.
Mrs. Feinstein, aye.
President Joe Biden, who served alongside Feinstein in the Senate for more than a decade, paid his respects.
She was a historic figure, trailblazer for women, and a great friend.
And locally, L.A. Mayor Karen Bass remembered her for her historic accomplishments.
I think her contributions, not just to California, but to the nation, have been so significant that now is the time to reflect on her legacy.
Well, many are doing just that. Governor Gavin Newsom has an important decision about who to fill that vacant seat for the next 13 months until a newly elected senator can fill that spot.
The challenge is he has promised to appoint an African-American woman who will not run for election to an open seat. So that considerably limits the field of potential nominees.
However, Klink believes there are some very strong potential choices.
London Breed, the San Francisco mayor, Shirley Weber, California Secretary of State, and our own Holly Mitchell, Los Angeles County Supervisor.
He thinks Newsom will make his decision sooner rather than later, with Democrats only holding a slim majority in the Senate, but after Feinstein's legacy is properly recognized.
Gavin Newsom has a really difficult task here to thread the needle just right, to demonstrate that respect, as well as helping the Democrats move their agenda forward.
Klink thinks that out of respect, Newsom will wait to name someone until after all the memorial services have been completed and then have someone in that seat by the end of October. Micah?
Mary Beth, thank you. Stick with KTLA as we continue to remember the legacy of Senator Dianne Feinstein. Tune in this weekend to Inside California Politics. Our Frank Buckley and Nikki Lorenzo will have more on the senator's powerful and influential political career from our state to Washington, D.C. Inside California Politics airs Sunday morning at 5:30.